The bulb was when I pressed return to sender. Return to sender. It's all for money. And then fold it on. Yeah, I'm just waiting to see. And I'm looking there, but the camera's there. It's looking really strange. Oh, here's my nostril. Well, that's how it is. That's how the cookie crumbles. Indeed it is. Yes, here I'm sitting, being silly. But the reason I'm here is to talk a little bit. Yeah. Give a little update. And since I guess no one is coming now live, they can check it. This is good with YouTube because then they can check it from the recording. And so I don't really need to sit here and all wait and so on. But I do it anyway, a little. And I lowered the volume a little bit. I hope it is better now. And I so that it was double microphones, which it shouldn't, because I disabled the microphone on this camera, which as I told before, it's a cheap camera that I bought online, but it works at least. The other camera is on another computer, and that is getting old also and bad. It was that one was quite good when I bought it for many years ago. What's up? Not much. There is a few things I am going to talk about. A little update, maybe you can say, on things in life, not especially much things to say. But still worth mentioning, maybe. We will see. It's not up to me to decide. This is great. But I can't place the camera there, right up. That's where I should have it, because then it would be in the middle of the screen. So you need to bear with this strange look at me looking up, because I can't help it. I would like to sit like this, but my head goes up and oh, what is that? Oh, is that me? And I checking the chats and all that. So with that said, I need to stop fooling around and talk about some serious business. What? No, it's nothing bad, nothing serious, nothing. Just a little update for those, and for everyone that comes in and follow and watches this that doesn't know really who the fuck, who the beep I am. I can say that what am I doing, sitting here and talking and so on? Yeah, it is like this. I were on a site called Spied Life. It was Italian online reality show ish thingy, and that has closed down. So it means, I had quite many viewers and followers on that site, and many were sad when Spy Life closed down. Um, and I didn't want to lose so many that I learned to know a little bit. We say we learn to know people, but it takes a long time to really learn to know. But starting to learn to know people, and many of them it's going to be society, can't follow. So I thought, I will at least move over here. So they can have a glimpse into my life and follow, because it is kind of a relationship that has been grown. Some people has come in every day and watched and talked and chat and asked how it is, and told them about their day and so on. So it felt sad for me when losing that, and I know several thought that was sad to lose that, even if they just saw me sitting at the computer doing nothing in their eyes, which I always do when I'm at the computer. I do more than I at the computer than I do when I sit in the sofa, for example. But they had it routine. They checked in. It's like we open the door and they come in for a cup of coffee. But most people there on Spy Life, this is going. We're trying to keep it short, but as always, going long. But the thing is, I also had something called session. Most people didn't chat that much. Most of the cameos didn't chat and so on. But I were like a mix of reality and little social. That also is a part of the reality. But I sat down and I had something called table sessions now and then when I felt for it. And now we're talking about things. But whatever came up in my mind, bad and good stuff. So, and this is me here on YouTube doing the same thing. The thing is, here it will be recorded, so my dear followers in other countries, all my followers are from other countries almost. At least they who say something, they can check back and see. So that was the explanation, and that was, of course, for those that comes and watches this from other places browsing through YouTube and end up on this, and took a little time to stay. If you did that, if you're not one of my followers from Spy Life, and if you end up here and have listened all the way through to here, it's like, whoa, what? Amazing. Someone is taking the time to stop and listen on YouTube on something they don't know what it is. It's amazing. Because I know how it is. People watch it 30 seconds and then, I need to go. We are so stressed out nowadays. And yes, I always need to blow my nose. I have some issues. I'm not sick. Well, maybe I am, but I'm not that sick in that way. So, the thing is, what do I have to tell? Yeah, I've been off work for a week. I had a vacation. Oh my. Yes, vacation I had. Indeed. And then I also, I haven't done much. I just I felt like I needed a vacation. a week to relax a little bit. Played some game with a friend in Canada, that so I could be up late and so on. But I've been so tired. I think it's this. It's starting to get slowly, really slowly, but it's starting to get the days getting longer. It's going to be lighter. It's the daytime is expanding. It's a little bit longer every single day. You don't really notice it yet, though. But we have turned around from the dark. We go into the. But still, this period, January and February here in Sweden, because you had this dark period from December, November starting to get down darker, and then you had the December, and now January and February. It's really dark in northern Sweden. It's dark in South Sweden also, but even more darker here. We have really short days. The further up you go in Sweden in wintertime, and that's getting to people around January, end of January and February. February is like people, it drains the energy. Then it's starting to, you started to feel the changes. There are changes. It's getting, the days are slightly longer each day, but you don't feel it, you don't notice it, but you will do in March. It's starting to happen things, and in South Sweden, spring can come even in late March or mid-March. So if it's a really early spring, they can have springtime in March. That will not happen in the northern part of Sweden. We have, I think we can say that the real spring here comes around May. Now it has been strange winters lately, last few years here. So sometimes they didn't even have snow. It's been real mild and a really early spring. Of course, it will not happen this year because I moved back, and now it's lots of snow. But it can go fast. It did. It was snow last winter also, and everyone, oh, now we're back to normal. And then the snow were like spring came quite early, and what happened? And they were really hot summer and all that. So it's not like it used to be. We will see. We will see, indeed. So what else? That's about, today it's clear sky, I think. I have, the sun is shining into this computer, my little room here now. So I have, I don't know what it's called, but I have covered the windows a little bit. So it doesn't shine in right into my face, my beautiful face. Look at my wonderful, sexy face. Yep. Yesterday, I was streaming all the cameras again. I did take out the graphic card, as I wrote several times, and in the chat I talked about it, and I wrote it on my Facebook page. For they who wonder why I'm not streaming that much, I have this problem with the computer, or it's not it's a problem, but there's nothing wrong with it. I do have the graphic card in this computer is quite old and weak one, and when I was streaming, the fans, it uses lots of the graphics, and it, like, the fans was like, oh, where is that airplane? You looked and you thought it was like a jet plane or something, but it was the fan. I have a better, much better graphic card, but I can't switch it because this power supply is too weak for that. So I need to buy a new power supply, and I can't afford that this month. But in the but what's up in the butt? It's yesterday I because I have ordered more memory. I bought used memories on a bidding site. I got a really nice deal, and it was unused memories. So I upgraded the memories, and then I took out this graphic card and disassembled the fan, the cover, and all that for the fans and the cooling system, and I cleaned it, and it was so dusty. It was like, what? And now I put it back together, and I started the stream again, and now it doesn't sound that bad. It sounds, but nowhere near how it was, because that is not the fan. That was a tractor or something. I asked, what? Is that the fan sounding? And I don't know if you heard that noise, but the thing is, so I tried yesterday and streamed, and it now it cools down the graphic card much better. That's what were making the noise. It was like, oh, it's hot, I need to cool down, and so much dust. And the fan like, oh, but I can't cool down, I need to go faster. And now it's working better, and it's much better for the graphic card, of course. It doesn't going to break now because of the heat and so on. So now I will stream more. I haven't put it on yet, but I will later today. But I will take it down at night and so on. I don't see a reason to have it on at night if I'm not up at night. Because what else do I have to say? Yeah, yesterday also I were going down to Sundsvall. It's called. It's 10 mile from here, one way. Because I need to renew my driver's license. New photo and all that. And 3 times I went to a photo machine in Härnösand that is 2.5 mile from here, and bought it. But they declined it. They declined every single time, every photo, every 3 times. So I don't want to spend more money on that, because when you were in the photo machine, you can see on the display, oh, that looks good. When it printed, it was no contrast, and it was really bleached photos. So I were like, yeah, can we go down, because I don't have a car. I asked my brother, can we go down to Sundsvall and do it? And yesterday he called, go. Catherine is the name of his wife. She's coming to pick you up now. And so I went with her down to big shopping center that is slightly outside the city, and we met up with my brother, and we ate at the restaurant, and I had some steaks or some meat and fries and so on, and we went out looking at the shop at this little center. It's huge. It has so many stores. It's big. But we went around and checked a little bit and so on. And then I took the car, because she were going with my brother back home, and I borrowed the car and went shopping, some food, refilled a little bit. So that was what I were planning to stream from the car, because my brother said I were going to borrow the car, but it ended up with we are both going. And when we were both, I didn't want to stream. So that's why I didn't stream. I mentioned that in the chat yesterday that I would maybe stream, but that's the reason. What else? What else can I say? Yeah, not it. It's something. Yeah, but what else? Yeah, I can mention for those that I mentioned before that the Spylife replacement or the new version of not it will not be Spylife, but the new thing that I have mentioned that is I know the maker of Spylife is working on. He has made some progress, but he also has found some obstacles that need to be. Sorry, what this? I need to take out my snooze. That he needs some problems. The kit he were checking out did not work that good with this format that he's going to use. So he's looking for new camera kits and so on here. And it's going to be a little different, especially in the beginning. This site will be... it's going to be nice to follow it because it will change through time. If he goes with the plan he has, it's going to be like trial. It's going to be easier to join. If you want to be a part of it, it's going to be easier. But we will start out as a trial, like a trial account, and that will be a little special, and you will maybe not earn anything and so on. You will just show that you are worthy to be here and not causing problems like some other did on Spylife, you know. You will you will get like a little trial and being able also to show who you are and getting people interested and so on, and then move up to if they want to move up to getting the kits and being a full part of the site. If it goes with remember, this is what I just heard and so on. Things may change. Don't take this as don't chop it into a stone, like this is how it's going to be. Everything can change and so on. This is what I heard from creator Mario. And also that also means that they will not be the same. They can turn the cameras off and so on those accounts. I don't want to stream today. Okay, don't do that then. But it will be a little bit special. But the main thing now, as I have understood, is to find a kit, a camera kit that works well. But we also need to remember he's taking the money from his own pockets and all that in the startup here now. So it can't be. He need to combine good quality with price. And it has certain things it must be able to do with the kits, with cameras, and adjust this, and it should work with the platform. So that's what he's working mostly on now. Let's hope he finds something soon, because then the sooner he finds it, the sooner this can be up and running also. So that's a little news about that project. And yes, I have asked him, and he knows that I'm talking about this. Of course, I don't mention everything, but I mention because you guys should know that things are happening out there on the site. And what else? Yeah. What's the plans for today? Yeah. Of course, I forgot to buy a stamp last or yesterday. So I still have the car. I need to go to the town and buy a stamp so I can post this thing for the driver license. And then I will go up to my brother and leave the car. And what else? What else? Yeah, that's about that. And I will go and see if there is any laundry time. I hope it is, but not today. I hope there is one tomorrow evening, maybe. I think Sundays, the last shift on Sundays often is free. Then I will do some laundry tomorrow. I spend lots of money. I'm going to have a really struggle in a few months now. I can say that all now because all that in Inspired Life, you that follow me on Inspired, you know what that I'm honest and open with all this. I had now there are when I were in Crete and all that and lived here. When I came back from Crete without income whatsoever for several months. And also before I moved to Crete, I had some debts. That's why it was one of the reasons I moved there I will solve these economic problems I have, which didn't happen. It got even worse, and then I came back. So now I'm going soon to start to pay on all my debts to try to solve them, and they are quite much now. In my opinion, in their opinion, they have seen so much worse, but for me, so I don't see. I hope this will work with this graphic card now, because I will not be, as I mentioned earlier, I will not be able to buy a new power supply. I will be struggling, but I will be having really short of money for a period now, starting next month and so on. So I need to focus on the important stuff, food and bills and snooze and coffee and so on. Well, let's count the coffee as food. It isn't. It's a beverage, but let's count it as that. We include that, the beverage and food. So, but I really hope it's going to work with the yeah, I can bring that up now, maybe. Let's see here. Let's do that. I have the computer standing beside me. I have another desk with my working computer and a laptop. I have two laptops and the server, a radio server, that now also is not only doing the radio, it also streams the cameras. One camera will be looking really strange in that one. Where is that? I'm checking that now, but there it comes. One, I will start that stream also now. So no, not record. We bring it up. Bring it up. Let's do that. Yes. There we go. Now that is live. Yeah. This computer, as I told before, is a computer that were at my friend. It's the radio server for my web radio. but now it's doing lots of more. Now, especially now when I added more memory, it also hosts a game server and stuff now. Yes, and now that stream should be up and running as well. Hooray! No one has any questions and so on. I will not sit there and talk too long. Half hour now. But yeah, if anyone has any questions. No? Is there anything else? Yeah, yes. I need to remind. Because I said I were spending some money, I bought some food and so on, but also now I have bought the bus card. That is, it first time it cost a little more because you pay for the card as well. Not much, but it ended up in a little bit over 1,600 Swedish kroner. That's around 160 bucks. So, and that's now I can travel with bus and train as much as I want in all the area. I can go from between towns. If I have lived in the same town, it would be like a fraction of that price. But now, since I'm like 2-3 kilometers from the border between Härnösand and Kramfors, is two cities. So I am on the wrong side. So but I can now go to every town that is. I can go from here to Sundsvall, that is 10 mile, and I can go by train and so on. So, and I can go how much I want with this card. Because starting next week, I need to be at office much more. So I can work from home once in a while. But this is for several reasons. One is that I need to learn a little bit more what my colleagues do. He works with on site, because I will be I will jump in if he's sick or if he's day off and so on. I need to be able to handle some of the things he does, the most important things. So if someone comes and say, hey, this doesn't work, so I will learn what is most common that happens, and so on. It will not be my main focus. I will be still having main focus on my part, but I will need to know a little bit about how that works and so on. But also because one other reason is that we should be at the office, even if the things I do don't request that I am on office. We have in our contract, and I mean this company I work for, we have in our contract to this other company that we should be at work as much as possible at office. Even if they have, for their employers, have 2 days home to 3 days at work. Sorry for all this, snuffling and or what it's called. So that I will not be able to stream from work, so that I will not work from home. You that are having been used to that, see me from on the daily basis on the camera, and you will not be able to do that in the future that much. So yeah, but the cameras I will maybe have them on whatever, so you can see if it comes up burglar and steal everything. You can say, oh, something is happening. Oh, excellent, or whatever. So that is going to happen. I need to check out the bus, where the bus goes from, and so on. And which time. It's also the buses here. It's go 1 or 2 in the morning for the commuters, and then it's like a big break on almost till lunchtime. And the same is like back home. It's like, yeah, we had 1 or 2, and if you miss those, you need to wait quite long at work before you come back. So it will be tricky at the beginning to like figure out how long will it take to go to that bus stop, when does the bus comes exactly, and so on, and start to learn that. But in time I will learn that also, as of course. So, and it also, and the third reason is also that I have so many that works there that is my friends. I know quite many people. The thing is, my colleague, when I came there, and he walked with me and showed me, and everyone said, hi, Leif, hi. And he said, damn, you know more people than me here. And I worked there for 3 years, because I have lots of friends, friends from back when I was young that works there. I have my closest friends working there, and so on. So it's also fun for me to be there in a social way and say, we don't maybe can sit and talk that much, but we can say hi, we meet each other and can have a cup of coffee and have some lunch sometimes with my friends and so on. And I'm going to try to share, because I'm not going to have a own office. My colleague has, but he needs that room and all the stuff, because he is like having lots of computers that he fix and install and reinstall all that. It's a crowded, and I can't get that. I can't get an office. I asked, but there is no available room for me. So I need to, if I want to sit on my own, I need to go and sit in the open spaces where I can take and just plug it in. There are lots of those. So I'm going to sit where two of my best friends is sitting also. So I will, because they have some area where almost never happens anything. No one is using those. It's really rarely that, though there is, everyone has their spots there, but there is a whole table free with monitors and all that, so I just can plug in and sit there. And it's quite, they are not calling customers in that way. They are developers and organizer, they are working more administrative, so they are more like doing schedules and all that. So it will be not much talking, because the others can have like support calls, so it can be like, yeah, today is really much, and they are blah, 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 yeah, click there and blah, blah, blah. No, it's they never say click there, because it's or maybe, but mostly it's like this. The company we are supporting for is an insurance company. It's one of the biggest insurance company in Sweden. So that's. But they have like, this is like for the customer support and all that. So there's lots of phone calls and so on. I don't like open space, but they have a little better than other places, because some places are a little more boxed in and so on. Yes, what else? Well, I can't really recall much more to say, so I think I will kind of end this now, and I give it a few minutes and to see if anyone has any questions in the chat while it's live, but no, I see that there's not many watching, so I will end it. And don't ask questions in the comments after, please, because I'm missing it. You're just going to be frustrated because it takes such a time for me to realize, oh, someone has commented on this. I think some of you that watches the stream maybe do, instead of writing in the chat, write the comment. Or if you think you're watching the live and you comment, because I seen, hey, hello, it's me from blah, blah, blah. And it sounds like, oh, that was meant, it sounds like it's, they think this is live. So if you always check, if you want to have, if you want to communicate with me live, be sure you see this live on in the, I think it's in the, is it left corner or left? Yeah, it's in the left corner. I think it is. I need to check now so I say correctly. I'm sorry. Let's check. So I say, because yeah, when you come to the channel, it should be on the right side. It's a red with white saying live. So, and when you come into the stream, it should say on the left side live, close to this little where you stop and play and the speaker and all that. Make sure it is say live, it says live, and then you can write in the chat. If you come to the channel and watch something that you think is live, there will not be this chat. You can't write in the chat. You will see the chat. It's like, oh, that someone writing. Yeah, that is a replay of the chat. But if you have comment, if you have the comment field, you are not live. You're not watching the live event. So I just saying that because I seen some comment that I suspect that they think they're watching the live. They think they're watching live, but they're not. Just mention it, so because I know several from that follow me from Spy Life maybe not being watching live here on YouTube that often. Just some information. Yes. That will round up this. Thank you for watching and have a splendid day. What time you may have when you watch this. So take care, stay safe, have fun. Bye.